Hi, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. Kantha, as you may have noticed, is the cultural heritage of rural Bengal. Centuries ago, as you heard, women in the villages used to sit and hold three layers of old cotton fabrics together and do the running stitch, the tailor bird stitch through that to make wraps and baby shawls and things like that. And this went on, they poured their talent into it, whatever their imagination was, and what came out was totally something unbelievable. And over the years, 35 years that I've been in it, uh, Kantha has evolved. It's become from an old poor man's quilting stitch, it's become a fashion stitch. I was originally a maths professor and author of maths textbooks. My journey in the field of Kantha began 36 years ago when I saw a group of rural women from Shanti Niketan embellishing three layered cotton textiles to make wraps. They told me that this is the Kanthar Kaj. This took me back to 1950s when I was in Lady Urban School in Delhi, which was run by Bengali teachers. And my craft teacher was a Miss Lahiri, who taught us this three-layered maths. She didn't tell us what it was. She didn't tell us what the cultural heritage was, but she asked us to bring fabrics and we made three-layered mats like this. And suddenly seeing these girls do this took me back to my thing. And again, there was a flash in my brain, and I told these girls, I said, will you do my saris? And they said, na, ki kore hobe, and then. Anyhow, I convinced them and I gave them three silks, plain silks, and I told them to uh, decorate them, embellish them with the same running stitch, but different designs. And when they brought these saris back after a couple of months, what they had brought back was unbelievable that these girls could do something so beautiful on a single layer of silk. Then Malika, by this time, had started working with me. She was using fabrics which were embellished with kantha to make kurtas and kurtis and jackets. So we went to the villages to visit the Kantha ladies who'd made these saris, and both of us were rather distressed after we saw the way these women were living in very simple huts, sitting on the floors with a little mud fire on which they were cooking, no beds, no cooking utensils, anything, and that made us unhappy and distressed. So we decided that we will carry on with this further in a different manner. And we made saris, and Malika made her jackets and kurtas. And we tried to introduce these totally unknown things in Bengal, in Calcutta, to the urban elite. Many people like, many women like my saris, many young girls like Malika's jackets, and we got more and more orders. We started with three girls, and these girls were increasing in number as the orders increased. And it went on, and Kantha became popular not only amongst the urban elite in Calcutta, but I took exhibitions to Australia, to Japan, to England, and people loved what they saw. And this then gave us, Malika and I, intention to promote this kantha further, which is what we did. We took further exhibitions to Santa Fe. We were invited by the Santa Fe people to bring our textiles to their annual meeting. And what the customers who came to our stall, what they felt about Kantha, they said it's got a fourth dimension. Our hair on our arms rises when we touch the Kantha stitch. Then some people in France, some friends of mine, they started She France in Paris. And they have 3 exhibitions every year to promote Kantha to more and more people. And so from 3 girls we started, we have now got about 1,000 women working for us. Not only that, women, the other designers in India have seen the Kantha and they have liked it, and they have started using Kantha stitch on their textiles. And as a result, what I hear is that there are maybe 15 to 20,000 women all over rural Bengal sitting at home, not coming out to my house, not going to a shop, not doing anything, sitting at home and using this simple Tailor Bird's running stitch to embellish fabrics which are becoming more and more popular. The most significant upliftment among rural homes has been the fact that the men in the house appreciate that. They like that the girls are sitting at home and using their spare time in the afternoons to use Kantha, and they are given a reasonable amount of money for that. And as somebody said earlier on, if you can enrich a village, you can enrich a country. And that's what we are hoping, that more people, the social entrepreneurship of ours will spread around, and more people um, will come thing. And Malika, what she has done now is something fantastic during this pandemic when our showroom was not getting any people to come and buy clothes. She has gone online, and the online shop that she has started has worked fantastically. And I can't say we're doing as well, but we are doing reasonably well selling our goods online. We had a genuine reason for becoming social entrepreneurs. That cause has been the cause was to empower the rural women, give them some reason to be proud of their own achievements, and come to our house, come to our home, and sit with us and chit chat with us as if there were no differences. Now, may I request my boss, she's my boss now, Malika, to carry on from here.
Hi, thanks, Ma. Just to make clear that I will never be her boss, I can never be her boss. But thank you so much for inviting us amongst all the dignitaries. Ours is a very simple story of passion and commitment. For me, the word she has always been a force in my life. My mother, she represents my mother, she represents the stitch Kantha, and she represents thousands and thousands of artisans. I was totally brought up very aware of the inequalities in our country and how we must do something. You just can't sit back and enjoy what you may be privileged for, and must do something for the disadvantaged community. So Bengal is a place where the Devi is worshipped, Durga is worshipped, and Durga is known to be the embodiment of Stri Shakti, women empowerment. So in many ways, Kantha too has been the Shakti, the tool that has empowered thousands and thousands of women in Bengal. But it's strange, it's like the chicken and egg story. We really don't know which came first. Our efforts to get this beautiful, very, very beautiful embroidery, to revive it, and then realizing that it's the women who do it. And that while you empower and give employment to thousands of women, Mom started this huge wave of revival of Kantha, and both have grown hand in hand in the last 30 years as the concept of Dwar Pe Rozi, and which is you stay home and get employment, which has allowed the housewife to stay home, finish her work, and then work on a fabric that she has, she's getting financial freedom and a sense of dignity. And the most beautiful, fascinating, simple art form has been passed down generation to generation, ensuring that stories are relived, are retold in every section of the Bengali story. Kantha provides a very sustainable and dignified source of income which has turned this region into a model of development and empowerment. In fact, Harvard Business School has done a case study on the working of Shri and MKC and Shamlu Dudeja. We've had to work very hard on this social enterprise. We've had to market this. We've had to change it. We've had to, likable to the rest of the world. So our designs are a combination of three aspects. One is the old motifs that directly represent the history of the art, a visual diary. Fresh colors, styles that appeal to a new generation of consumers and to the worldwide consumer. And thirdly, we've embellished and we've changed the base on which we work. So now our designs, work to an audience that over all ages, all geographies, and it's recognized and revered on an international stage. Another concept started was Stitch Art, a concept started by my mom again, which is a collection of artworks, which you can put, artworks in Kantha, which you can put up on the wall. And they're one of the most beautiful Ramayana, Rabindranath Tagore stories, the Mahabharata, everything being visually represented. I had to absolutely get onto something called social media, which I had no idea about, Facebook, Instagram. Added 5,000 contacts onto my Facebook page, and we launched the online store. So all these words which have been used about go vocal, about local, Atmanirbhar Bharat, yes, it is all up to us. It is up to the Indian consumer. It is up to actually a lot of the women as well to turn around and say, we absolutely have to make this work.
Malika.
And for each, we have a slogan called Each One, Reach One, buy a Kantha textile and empower a daughter of Bengal. And that has been our success story. So thank you very much for inviting us here. We look forward to anybody who wants to come and see our module. It's a simple module driven by passion and commitment. And but we're happy to share anything that anybody wants to know. Thank you very much.